He was too militant. He was too dark. He was too light. He was too Baptist. He wasn't from Montgomery. We tried this before. And of course, the number one reason, I want to be the leader. Woo. Similar to Jesus, as described in the book of Isaiah, the 53rd chapter. It is noted that Jesus was one in the prophecy who, when he came, was despised and rejected of man. And Jesus came with a message of love and salvation. Jesus was rejected by his own. And so again, everyone in Montgomery did not immediately embrace Dr. King's message. Everyone did not immediately embrace Dr. King's leadership. But thank God there were enough who had had enough. That's right. These were ordinary people, and most of them poor and undereducated. They were not graduates of Tuskegee, or Fisk, or Livingstone, or Talladega, or Howard, or Virginia Union, or Alabama State. These were proud graduates of Booker T. Washington High School, George Washington High School, George Washington Carver High School. These were people, many of whom with unrealized dreams, everyday people. But these were people with a strong belief in and a true commitment to God. Fortunately, and I cannot emphasize enough, fortunately, long before Dr. King came with his message and he arrived in Montgomery, the people of Montgomery had already heard and were already captured by another message. We are to love the Lord our God with all thy heart, mind, and soul, and then love our neighbors as ourselves. We are to love our enemies, pray for those who despitefully use you. We should feed the hungry and clothe the naked. We should show compassion and mercy unto all, and that we should always allow for grace, peace, and forgiveness. Grace, peace, and forgiveness. The capacity to forgive. September 15th, 1963, presented the greatest challenge of my young life. How many of you have daughters, granddaughters, goddaughters, sisters, nieces? Oh, the joy that a little girl brings to a family. A little girl. I know this because I have 3 sisters. We all have a responsibility to protect our precious, special, pretty, and innocent little girls. Yeah. We can't help but spoil our little princesses. September 15th, 1963 was a Sunday. And on Sunday mornings in 1963, most all African-American households in Alabama were preparing for Sunday school and for church. This was a routine in the McNair house. This was a routine in the Robertson house, the Wesley house, and the Collins house. The Sunday morning routine preparing them little princesses for Sunday school. Princesses like mine, like Madison, like Aaliyah, like Shantae. princesses. Our princesses. So that Sunday morning in their Sunday best, Denise McNair, Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, Addie Mae Collins went to church. The 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. 4 of our daughters, 4 of our little princesses, 4 very beautiful little girls. Little girls that are beloved, little girls that are to be protected, little girls that are to be spoiled. What better place for them than to be safe in church on a beautiful Sunday morning, learning about the goodness of God. 4 beautiful little girls. Boom! The walls of the church, of that 16th Street Baptist Church, began to crumble. There was smoke, there was fire, there's dust everywhere, there's mass panic. People are burned, people are bleeding and scrambling and choking. Everyone is blinded by the intense smoke. You can hear young, terrified, confused voices crying and screaming, "Help! Help, mommy! Help, daddy!" And adults yelling out, "Jesus, please help!" 4 little girls. Denise McNair, Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, Addie Mae Collins died in that church that Sunday morning. And I'm asked to forgive the racist, hateful, evil cowards that planted a bomb in a church that killed 4 little girls. Who can reach that depth within themselves to forgive? The capacity to forgive. This was a defining moment, not just for me, it was a defining moment for the movement. This despicable act of bombing a church and killing 4 little girls was a crime that fueled outrage. Dr. King, this is the time to retire the nonviolent agenda. Dr. King, this is the time for us to burn Birmingham to the ground. Dr. King, this is a time to inflict bodily harm and even more to these races. It was only 2 weeks earlier, just 2 weeks earlier, that Dr. King delivered his infamous "I Have a Dream" speech in Washington. Just 2 weeks earlier. America, didn't you hear it? This was a message of love, a message of peace, a message of brotherhood and sisterhood, justice and nonviolence. America, didn't you hear it? After the bombing, Dr. King asked us all that we not only forgive, but we are to intensify our love. And that is to intensify our love for God. Who wants to be like Martin Luther King Jr.? Who wants to be like Martin Luther King Jr.? That was a defining moment in Alabama. And here today in Westchester County, the nation's richest county, we are also at a defining moment. Here in Westchester, bombs are being thrown. Maybe not the same kind of bombs, but they will have the same impact. It's a bomb when you hurt our children by cutting daycare and child care's money. It's a bomb. It's a bomb when programs to provide safe and affordable housing such as Section 8 are cut.